On Sunday, the 20th of March, we left Walvis Bay, heading for St Helena Island. What do you say, Lovey, with our start? Bit of flat start, flat winds. Okay. Once we got out the bay, the wind was 12 knots at about 45 degrees, so we decided to raise the main and roll out the Genoa for the first time in the journey so far. Under main and Genoa, we were traveling at about 6 knots with a current wind of 11 to 12 knots. Very comfortable.
Our first sunset on a Sunday.
At night we put a full ring alarm barrier around our boat on the radar system to allow for us to be a warning of any boats coming close. There is a nice Raymarine app which allows you to see all the display of your Raymarine on your iPad via Wi-Fi, and it's quite good to use this because you can flick through the screens and see what's going on. For example, here we have a current of 1.9 knots. Drift and current. The barometric pressure is 1014. If you look at this, our wind speed was 7.4 knots. So you have all the information on your iPad, the same as on the screen of the Raymarine. Sadly, in the morning we always seem to find some flying fish on the boat. Day 3, the wind had turned, so we could drop this main and Genoa and put out the asymmetrical and start some real sailing with the asymmetrical at 120, 130 degrees downwind, and starting to pick up some speed and flying.
Jumping. Yeah, next step. Look, we don't want to maul him. No. You see, he was right here. Yeah. Oh, it's a gun.
Our spinnaker. We are doing 8.2. knots, and we have 10 knots of apparent wind, 16 knots of true wind. Till now we've done around 800 nautical.
On the 25th of March, which was day 6 on our journey, at 11:26 we crossed the prime meridian, crossing from the east to the western hemisphere.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, push. There we are. Now we're in the western hemisphere. And we've all just become 2 hours running.
This is a view from on the boat at night when we're sailing, when we've got the red lights on to give us some vision on the boat, and all the instrument lights and everything on. So this is basically a view of what it looks like when you're on shift at night.
It's day 8.
Day 8, yeah.
Since we left Cape Town.
We left last Sunday, the 21st.
Yeah, and today is 27th.
27th of March.
Yeah.
So we've been, the first 2 days we sailed with the Genoa and the mainsail. And in fact the second day we had to do a double reef on the main. Then day 3 we put up the spinnaker.
And we were flying it till today.
Yeah,
So
till this afternoon.
5 days.
Yeah. 5 days with the spinnaker going.
Yeah.
And now we've got no wind.
Yeah.
Absolutely none.
One knot.
1 knot apparent wind, yeah.
Which is really nothing.
So we'll motor
Yeah.
until predictions are tomorrow
Yeah.
morning, and then we'll raise the spinnaker again. It's all
Yeah.
sitting ready in the front,
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah. To St Helena.
Yeah, St Helena. Let me show you what it looks like out
Yeah.
here.
Just take a look. It's really beautiful. Sunset. Yeah, yes.
See the sunset.
Temperature is so nice.
It's really great when the weather's calm like this to be able to go out and sit in the front of the boat watching the sunset, just motoring along, watching the beautiful weather and the sun going down. Beautiful sunset, eh?
island, Lovey?
Yeah, we can, huh? Come here. It's still in the mist, but yeah.
Very high, eh?
Like I said, I saw lights when we were like 42 now to come out way.
I can't see it here yet. Can't see it on camera yet.
We knew that there was a very strict COVID quarantine period on arrival at St Helena, so we decided before we got there we would stop in the open ocean, 3,000 meters of water below us. In fact, I think it was 5,000 meters of water below us, and we jumped in the ocean to have a swim with the boat just floating along next to us.
Blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed?
Come on, who's next?
Realize something needs change. 'Cause I know you got me.
I never realized there were so many different tones of blue until we put your head down in the water, in this crystal clear water with just so many blues you can't even imagine.
Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
We put a long line out the back of the boat with a horseshoe buoy in it in case some currents or something happened to make the boat pick up some speed, and we could grab on it and pull ourselves back to the boat.
I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Really, yeah.
This was our first close-up view of this magnificent volcanic island called St Helena Island. After our arrival in the Jameson town anchorage, we were instructed by port control to take a mooring ball, and we were not allowed off the boat or to interact with any other of the vessels in the quarantine area. We also saw this whale shark swimming around the boat, which was really sad that we could not get in the water and interact with it because we were still in quarantine.
Wait, his friend's going to come up as soon as they go away. There he is. See his friend, Lovey? Maya! Come and look at his friend! We could snorkel now while we were in. You see, yeah, I could have just sneaked over there.
2 days after our arrival in St Helena, one of the other boats that was with us leaving at the same time from Walvis Bay was Ice Bear, and that arrived. They got some bad wind after us, so they ended up with very flat seas and did a lot of motoring to St Helena. I can't believe how this is destroyed.
Security line, the security tree.
When we were doing our deep water swim, I noticed our anodes were completely destroyed. So we got permission from port control to hop in the water and put some new anodes on to help protect the sail drives.
So it's 3 months in the V&A, 2 months in the V&A. What your anodes look like. Completely destroyed.
It was a very frustrating time waiting for our COVID test to be done on the Thursday. So we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday to wait for the COVID test. Then only on Friday did we get the results, and then we could clear in and go to shore. However, being on the boat was really magnificent, some magnificent sunsets and a nice anchorage. We took the opportunity to try and understand why the generator wasn't working, so we took off the cylinder head of the motor, found quite a few problems with it, and spent some time repairing this while we were in quarantine, waiting to go ashore.
Ice bear, standing vessel, hummingbird.
We rebuilt the head, and even though we did not have two new valves, we tried to re-lap the seals. Even though we didn't have proper valve grinding paste, we used polishing paste for the boat, and we got a better seal than there was in the past or when we started the job.
St Helena radio, St Helena radio, St Helena radio, QS1, 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 over.
They are doing it perfectly.
St Helena radio, QS1, just to let you know, QS1 has successfully recovered. We are back into reverse. Over.
See there, check there.
Yeah,
It's a flat spot.
yeah.
If you look at the valve, might be a little bit of a flat spot in the valve as well.
Yeah,
See that?
QS1 up.
this is the topic.
It's a little bit of a flat spot, and that's what's creating that leak there.
Yeah.
It's got to be upright, yeah. Do it with your fingers, it's easier. Okay, there, okay. Okay, it's in. Other one's got it going. Okay, hang on. Okay, and then lift it up. And just turn that one around.
This is not a nice
Not
one.
good.
Let me get mine out. Can't get it on this one.
So,
I'm compressing from this side, I was compressing that side.
all I'm saying is like, man, 300 hours and our little guy's poked. It's not supposed to be like that, you know. That's my feeling. Even though we spent quite a bit of time rebuilding the head, we still could not get the generator running, and later in our trip we actually found out the reason why, but for now we basically still carried on with no genset. Doesn't have to spin. Doesn't have to spin. We're squirting out.
Alright, so there's fuel.
Yeah. This concludes our video of sailing to St Helena from Walvis Bay. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to see further episodes of our time in St Helena.